Hello YouTube. Today I'll be talking about standard deviation plots, and I'll be talking about how you could use it to either enter buys or as a further confluence to enter sells. Now for buys, we want to see a displacement all the way through the -2 to -2.5 area. And what a displacement is a fair value gap. So we could see here we have a displacement all the way through this -2 to -2.5 range. What we want to target is a -4 area. So when the -2 to -2.5 area is fully taken by a fair value gap, we want to set our take profit to the -4. Now for sells. For sells, we want to not see a displacement all the way through the -2 to -2.5 area. We want it to just tap into it. So our entry would be the CE area. CE stands for consequent encroachment, and what it is 50% of a range. So the 50% of this -2 to -2.5 areas right here, we'd get in cells here, and we could target the 0 or whatever, just target whatever lows. So that's how we do cells. Now let me show you guys my TradingView settings for my standard deviation plot. So you can see we have a -4, we have -2.5, we have -2, we have 0, we have -3.5, we have -1.5, we have -1, and we have 0.5. Now let me show you guys how to use it in the chart. So what I do is I like to use a swing right before the market structure shift happens. So if we look here, a swing would be this swing here. And you can see it lines up straight with the -2 to -2.5 area. So now let's look for the next market structure shift back to the downside. So we have one here. Take the high, take the low. So you can see we had a rejection off this area back up. But if you go on a higher time frame, like the 5-minute, you can see we got a pretty strong, maybe the 15-minute. You can see we have a strong displacement right through the -2 to -2.5 area, which caused us to go all the way down to the -4 area. Okay. Now let me show you some other ways you can mark out your standard deviation plot. We could take the candle that had the market structure shift here. Yeah, so if you use a candle that broke structure for the market structure shift, you can see we had a little rejection off this -200 to -2.5 area. The most important part is that you have the -4 line up. When you do this, you want to have the -4 line up with a pretty significant level on the left-hand side. So we can see we have like pretty significant levels around this area. This one specifically, how there was a lot of chop going around here. So yeah, we could see we got that displacement through, and we went all the way to the -4. Thank you guys for coming and watching my video. Like, subscribe, join Liquidity Lab LLC down in the description, join my community server, and join Trader's Domain. And if you want an Apex discounted funded account, I have a link for that too in the description.